Hello everyone, it's Drew back again with another video. So I just tried to record this video and found out that there was music audio underlaying the original audio. So I am going to be redoing this video all over again. And I got a little bit emotional in the original version of the video. But so I'm not gonna try to recreate that. Yeah. Maybe it happened for like a reason. So, anyways, so channel update. I changed my name tag from Hamlet Straws to Idrisov because I personally kind of felt like I outgrew that name. Idrisov kind of just gives a little bit more of a mature vibe, which is where I kind of want to start going with my art. The comics are, an outlet for a certain passion of mine that I have, but like as an artist, there's other ways and formats that I'd like to start exploring in to express myself as an artist and as an individual. So that's just why I changed up the name a little bit. So just where I am in my artist journey, like my confidence, honestly, just thinking about like where I am in my art. I'm very proud of myself. I'm kind of like I'm getting it, if that makes sense. Like I'm starting to see like the growth of where which I will start getting into that like when I get to the comic update. But yeah, I just feel like my growth and just where I am currently, I'm getting like a little more polished in my style. I still want to go out and venture and like find like artist workshops. There's people that I'd like to go and study under, just to like make sure that I'm doing my absolute best as an artist and maybe learn from some masters. I've never had that. Everything that I do is like almost self-taught. The only like teacher that I really had that taught me really much of anything when it comes to all this graphic design stuff was my instructor at Indian Capital. And if you ever see this video, thank you so much for your tutelage and your guidance. Like, I still use these skills to this day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. One thing that I kind of wanted to, I guess, the reason why I kind of just been gone is because at the end of October of 2024, I actually went on a cruise and I actually took some time off and had a vacation. I had went with my fiance, now husband, Thomas. We had went with a group and we had gone on a cruise ship and it took us we had driven from Oklahoma City to Dallas and took a flight out to Miami. And the trip was honestly so beautiful. I'll probably put some pics in the video so you guys can kind of see. There was this place called Cafe My Am. Shout out to you guys because those were the best pancakes I have ever had, and I want to recreate those somehow. Or I'm just gonna have to find a way to make more flights out. Simple as that. Simple as that. Um, which also, again, a huge update for me is that I got married. And at the end of December, I said I wasn't going to get emotional in the second run. So I got to get to it. Anyways, was just making sure that I can make art indefinitely, which I can. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, when it comes to art. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. But when it comes to making the comic, though there are certain things that I wanted to do to make sure that I could continue to do this for as long as I wanted to and not have to wait on a supply chain, wait for um, inventories. I create a publishing business, in order to, expand my ideas and create something for myself. I'm still figuring it out. Honestly, just the progress that I've made so far on the ends that I have done, I'm just very excited. I am very I'm very, very, very excited. I am so grateful for the place that I am now. But so I just started investing in my equipment for what I can do for production of the comic. And yeah, yeah, let's go ahead. But before I do, if you guys are enjoying this video, um, again, hi, I'm Drew. I'm a comic artist here based in Oklahoma. Um, if you enjoy comic arts, comic artistry, the artist journey, and lifestyle vlogs. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification so you know whenever I post any videos. I have another video that's planned and I really want to dig deep into this. And if you guys want me to go into a deep dive on like what it is, I totally can do that. But the next video I plan to have out is how I make comics at home. So, speaking of which, comic update. Okay, so issue one, the digital version of issue one is available on okidokicomics.com. It is live now and you can purchase for yourself. Um, I made it to where like I have the digital and physical, so like if you can't make it to a physical event and actually get a physical comic, then you can go ahead and purchase the digital version. Or if you are, an early bird type of person, you can go ahead and snag the digital version and see if you actually want to pick up this version of the physical version of this comic, or um, if that's even something like if you're even into collecting. You want to view my comic early before everybody else, essentially when it physically drops, then you can always get the digital version of the comic again at okidokicomics.com. This is the very first iteration of the Indomitable Leo brand. I made this uh 3 years ago now. It first released in 2022, and you know, just thinking about where I was at the time of making this, like it has came a long way from what I have initially thought of for this comic. 3 year frame now, just kind of reworking a lot of things, boiling down, trimming the fat, and just kind of getting to more of the core story of this comic, and kind of making sure that my themes, the elements that I have for this whole world and this whole theme are just locked down tight. And now it's just getting to the completion of it, which now, again, because I invested into, equipment, I can do like I can make comics for perpetuity now. Which, speaking of which, a very big milestone that I hit recently. Actually, before like the footage that I have like playing for this video that I had captured, like this is like the footage is filmed right before I had the opportunity to do this. But I got a physical version of the comic finished, but it's not a fully full-fledged one. This one was kind of like a little test of the printer that I was going through, um, and a test to make sure that everything was right with like the setup, the print setup, the formatting of the comic. So was like I kind of got the backs, kind of like this is supposed to be at the beginning, and like this page is supposed to be like in the back. So I had to go back and like readjust. And then not only that, but again, I'm making this at home, so like there's a lot of things that I did. Like um of course all the art, graphic design, everything is done by me. Like nobody else touched this thing besides me. And I'm just so excited that like I was able to like fully get this idea in its new iteration from from the old version to like the new version, right? But like even so, like this one is not the finished one. Like I again, there's like I have a giant cutter. Like I cut with too much, and so like there's too much over here that's like cut, and there's like it looks good. It really looks good. And but like this one was like I had to go through and make sure there was no misspelling, mispunctuations, make sure everything kind of looked right. And this was the one that I kind of looked through. So, but I can print the comic now, and so this one is a full-fledged. You know, there's no blemishes. Like this is gonna be like the standard. This is the standard. Like, like the first 6 pages are already out on the Okidoki Comics Facebook page, so you can go over there and check them out and like full viewing pleasure. Um, but I'll do like a little bit like of a first 6 pages. But again, if you don't know what my comic is about, it is about a boy named Arterius Gray who ends up meeting a mystical kitten who gives him mystical abilities, control fire, and gives him spiritual sight to see the things that are hiding and lurking within the shadows of Torrance City. And Torrance City is a fictional version of Oklahoma City that I have just kind of crafted to make the playground of this story. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I don't even want to like uncase this thing right now. But I kind of want to, but maybe later. Like I don't know, maybe like before like I don't know, maybe a book signing or something. I don't know. Like I want to go to Comic Cons and everything. So I guess I gotta just look for those events and like find something to do. But anyways, speaking of which, if you guys are enjoying the video and you guys are enjoying seeing my progress and where I'm at, and if you guys are really interested in seeing how I personally print comics at home, then go ahead and hit a like button, leave me a like, hit the subscription button, hit the bell notifications so you guys know whenever I post any videos. Um, stay tuned for like news and information because the comic drop is coming. Like the comic's here now. It's here now. So if you want to stay informed, go ahead and follow me on all social medias that you can find me on. There will be links down in this description. Uh, if you guys were seeing the video that I have attached with this little update, it is me crafting, issue 2, page 16. And honestly, this is probably like one of the ones that like I just want to put so much like energy into, and like when I go into the computer and start editing the page a lot more, it's gonna look so epic, and I am so excited. But yes, currently I am almost done with the artwork, or at least the sketching and inking of issue 2. So issue 2 is right on the heels of release as well, and so I'm trying to line up some events, maybe some comic cons where I can release both issue 1 and 2 at the same time, so that you guys can get a 1-2 punch of the comic, so you guys can see what's going on, so you guys aren't just like left hanging waiting for like another while for like another comic to come around. But I'm getting faster, guys. I'm getting faster. And I'm a whole daggone one-man army with this stuff, man. And I don't know, my confidence is up right now. Um, I'm excited just to even share this. And if people even don't even like this, if they like read it for filth, whatever, at least I'm trying. And at least I'm figuring out some type of way to actually do this in perpetuity and actually, express myself as an artist can. Comics are a vital thing for me, and I'll be talking and discussing this and how I make comics at home. But that's all I got for this video, guys. I'm surprised I got it done like quicker than the last one. Maybe it's because I got all the emotional stuff out of the last one. But anyways, guys, it's been Drew. Stay true. Please go and if you're interested, go and look at my other videos so you guys can catch up on the lore, the characters, and what's going on in the comic. I love you guys so much. All right. Peace out. Bye.